Time to check in with our lizard overlords. What are they up to? Well, this.
Is this the worst hour now?
Are we done our first hour?
Yeah, we're into our worst hour now.
Keep your expectations of this episode low. Starting the worst hour now, I feel like we've crossed into maybe not great content hour.
Welcome to our worst hour.
I've had a lot of insane consultants in my life. We're doing this job right now. And the problem the consultant had was that the cut into the stage, the cuts weren't exactly 6 mil.
Cuts into the
like
stage.
they're met.
What does that
So
mean?
we're cutting into the stage, right? The interlock runs into the stage and you got to cut against it, right?
Okay.
They want all those cuts to be exactly 6 mil, not 4 mil, not 7 mil. All of the cuts have to be exactly 6 mil against the stage, the space. Then some of the other areas, the cuts have to be 4.5 mil. And some of the other areas, they have to be 5. These people are going around measuring every cut of the bricks, of the pavers.
But for millimeters.
For millimeters. Yeah, they're measuring millimeters.
Did they understand how big millimeters are?
They're measuring them. They're going along and they're putting their tape measure and they're saying this cut is 4.5, redo it. This cut is 7, redo it. This cut is...
No way.
Not there to put his foot down at this.
We have vaporized money on this job in so many ways. This is next level vaporization of money.
Yeah, for sure.
This is another level of because the guys said to me, we talked about this before, how we now are the proud owners of 2 IQ dustless saws. It's fucking great. It's the best thing ever. Now, luckily, we bought one from Jordan from DPR, and we bought one from Eric from the Brooklyn group. So we didn't pay retail for these motherfuckers. But now we have 2 of them. Because first it was you got to cut stutless. Then you're not allowed on the concrete. So you got to wheelbarrow all the pavers, which is, only 3,000 square feet. And then you got to cut. It's just, everything is just hard on this job. Not from the contractor we're working for. They're amazing. And they have worked their asses off to try to make this as amicable as possible for us. But the consultants for this city are fucking crazy. They're taking the whole, I need to find problems with everything, or I probably won't get my next consultant gig to the nth degree. I have never in my life been somewhere where someone is measuring the millimeters of the cuts.
You need a micrometer for this shit. This isn't a measuring tape thing, measuring tape problem.
I wasn't there when they were measuring it. I just said to the guys, they said, "Oh, we got to do some recutting." I went, "Why are we recutting anything? The guys do a good job. They don't leave things shit. They do a very reasonably good job. And if something is shit, they just recut it themselves. They know better than to. They've all been doing this for years. They take pride in what they're doing." And I said, "Why are we recutting it?" They said, "Well, some of them were 4 mil and it needs to be 6." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" They're "Yeah, well, they measure them all. They measure all the cuts." And I'm like, "Who does that?" It's all getting filled with sand. It's against a stage under a lip.
Yeah.
Some next level shit, man.
That's unreal.
Some really next level shit.
Did you step in or did you leave it to...
No, we just recut it. What do you
You didn't put up a fight?
How are you going to win?
Well, I think
if
you're a logical person, then you have reason on your side.
But if you're dealing with an illogical person that controls your destiny and whether or not you get paid, sometimes it's easier to not smash your head against the
They
wall.
also have higher ups though, right? So it's you your GC coming at the problem together, 2-on-1, whatever. Don't let the consultant go over the consultant's head. There are ways around this. We've done it, you know. It's not fun, but sometimes,
I guess I'm like, I don't know. It took the guys like 3 hours. Am I gonna rebel rouse and
no, it
cause all
didn't
that
take the guys
brawl?
3 hours. It took the guys 3 hours on this, plus the wheeling of the pavers over from the last time, and you're not allowed to drive across this. It's all these little things that are fucking adding up. You're just catching it
Yes.
at this 3 hours.
Yeah. The other things. There's nothing I can do about it.
I agree.
If
There's nothing you can
if
do
you
about it, but there's
if they say, here's the thing too, like, and I agree with you that there comes a time when maybe you need to go nuclear on it, but a lot of times going nuclear on something too, just then they just start going down the road of everything that you touched ever, you know. So it's like, I don't know. And this is a really good client, and they're obviously having a tough time too. So, um, I don't need to add to the grief and chaos in their lives. I need to just say, fine, whatever, recut it. I mean, they're also like all these pavers, there's no soldier course, right? And they're smashing into
yeah, which is
the
exponentially
concrete.
longer than if there would have been a soldier course on it.
Well, I don't know because we're still cutting with a IQ saw. I agree with you if we weren't
Yeah,
cutting with a
but
high
you could
IQ
have
saw.
marked all of the pavers instead of measuring and marking all the pavers,
Yeah, that's true.
right?
Absolutely. Yes. So when you cut with a table saw into a curve and you're measuring everyone individually, it doesn't look smooth.
That's
So
correct.
no, under a normal circumstance, I would start the stone saw and I would run it in the gap between the concrete and the pavers lightly and
Hmm.
just follow it quickly so that it becomes a continuous line,
You're
right?
smoothing out that all those choppy cuts.
Absolutely. And you would probably do the same thing,
Absolutely, I would. Yeah,
except you can't create any dust.
yeah.
They're like, hey, these cuts look choppy. And I'm like, hey, can I create some dust here then?
And they said maybe just
No,
this once. No.
should probably recut those to 4.5 mil.
Yeah. Okay. We had Shane yesterday was topsoiling a roundabout, the center of a roundabout, and the consultant, whatever, stopped him. Goes, "Is there compost mixed in this soil?" And Shane goes, "I don't know." And he calls me. He says, "Is there compost in this soil?" I said, "There's no fucking compost in the soil." She's like, "Consultant saying there needs to be compost in the soil." Um, we get on the phone with my handlers. And like, what the fuck's going on with this compost in the soil? Said this soil has to go in this roundabout today. It's gonna rain the next 2 days, 40 plus mils. Like there is no other chance to get this soil in. It's like I'll handle it. Calls me back. He's like, yeah, the contract documents are vague. Topsoil is fine, but they want compost mixed in the planting holes whenever you go to plant stuff. I'm like, I've been through 20 roundabouts here and probably 40 MTO jobs. I've said I've never been asked to put compost in the fucking hole. He goes, can you make any other recommendations? I said, sure I can. Just gonna throw some bone meal in it. He goes, I'll recommend that instead. Okay. Call Shane back up. Let the topsoil fly. Okay, you got it, boss. I said if they have any problems, I'll mix some shit in it in the fucking hole. Oh. And then unrelated on that job, we were putting 4 inches of topsoil across uh, the swales and stuff like that to reinstate with hydroseed. And then we're paid by the cubic meter for topsoil installed on this. And we finished the job, sprayed it, everything. They asked for our tickets. It ended up being something like 10 loads of soil we spread. And we get the quantities to bill back for, and they're only letting us bill for 5 loads of soil. And they said we were only supposed to put 2 inches of soil. And I'm like, well, nothing grows on 2 inches of soil. You barely cover the fucking rocks there. And after a month of arguing, they agreed. They said the job looks phenomenal. The seeding took great. We're going to pay you for 4 inches of soil instead of two. So you can fight with these consultants a little bit.
Who
There's some,
hires the consultants?
the
City.
client.
Okay. And do they work directly for them, or are they like a third party that the client hires on?
Well, the client hires them as an independent
Got it.
company to oversee the job because
Hmm.
the client doesn't necessarily know how to build all these things or what to do. And
Okay.
most of the time, the fucking consultants definitely don't. But there is a quality assurance buffer. They're they're on the client's team and never on your team.
So the consultant always needs to find something so that they look useful.
Yeah.
The
There
other the other game. Sorry, go ahead, Chen.
there are times when the consultant firm sends out a really green guy just so that they have face there, right?
Hmm.
Like they know they have to bill for consulting on the job, but they have no one good to send or no, or it's the work's not important enough to really need a consultant. Sometimes like the landscape portion. So they'll send someone really green and he's just trying to find issues and shit,
Right.
right? So they try and bury the guy. But,
We dealt with a consultant for years, and they get when the consultants also tender the work, right? So they'll tender the work and they'll tender 7 visits. But the easiest way to get more money out of your low tender bid is to find so many things wrong that you can convince the client that they've hired an incompetent contractor and that you need to make a visit every day and get paid. Otherwise, the work is going to go sideways. So we dealt with a consultant for this was 10 years ago who spent a vast amount of time trying to convince um, clients that all the contractors were grossly incompetent. So he needed to bill them for a $300 visit every day to check on things.
Hmm.
And
which,
he would do things like if you were supposed to have 18 inches of sand in the playground and then the filter cloth, he would go and dig it and get out a laser and check to make sure there was exactly 18 inches of sand. And if there was only 17 3/4 inches of sand, he'd write a massive report to the client and say, I need to be here daily to check this. These guys are fucking us over on this 1/4 inch of sand. That obviously didn't happen to me. But it's like the whole consultant um, phenomenon is like a fucking joke.
yeah, it's the pain point in commercial contracting is dealing with the consultants is the worst part for sure. That and waiting stupid amount of time to get paid.
Yeah.
Um, which I would still take over arguing with residential clients about money any day. I had a client, we just finished a job, and so we sent them the bill, and they're like, "Oh, well, we didn't get this." They said proceed with the job, right? And they had made some changes, and they said they didn't receive the email about the changes after the whole job was done. So there was probably $8,000 in changes that I thought were agreed upon that apparently weren't. So we had to walk back that and then still not getting emails for some reason. So they haven't gotten their invoice, amongst other things. So there's a bunch of jobs that we are awaiting some payment on, probably to the tune of 200 grand in residential stuff, which you're not supposed to wait for residential money. It's supposed to be in your hand whenever you drive off out of the driveway.
That's the whole point of doing it.
That's the whole point of doing it.
Why would anyone do it
I don't know.
if you weren't getting paid right away?
You weren't getting paid right away. I don't understand this. I need a few days to move money around, or
You didn't know that the job was ending? You couldn't recognize like it was a 3 week job and we were in the last 3 days. So you waited till it was absolutely over to move the money around? You didn't know the fucking job was ending? You could see it was ending.
yeah.
Why are you moving the money now?
We had a client.
So did you give up on the $8,000 in extras and just say fuck it?
Uh, I brought the total down for the sake of getting paid, and say fuck it. I'll take it off your warranty. That's the great thing about not having a contract, right? So, I mean, it would have been great to get the 8 grand, but
Well, do you think if you, I mean, you're saying now
no,
that
no,
there's a
I,
great
I
person not.
understand it's counterintuitive to what I'm saying. Like, I walked myself into that corner, but
Man, I wish you had
like
realized that was a
on the
great
no,
corner.
no, I get it. I'm not oblivious to my own stupidity in business sometimes, but on the other side of things, now that I can't
You
control it,
should have asked for a contract at HNA. Someone could have helped you. I bet there's lots of people that would have offered to sell you a contract.
I asked you for a contract today, actually, for a
It's not a
business contract.
contract.
Oh, like a waiver.
It's like a waiver, bin waiver thing that
Yeah.
says like it's yeah, I have it.
Yeah.
And what was my response to you? You
You
said,
said
"Can I
you're not,
buy it off you?" And what did I say?
and you said I'm not Leanscaper. You can have it for free. Which I think, to be fair, Leanscaper has some free
I was
SOPs.
gonna say, yeah, to be fair, after I typed that, I was like, I think they do have a ton of free shit on that site.
Yeah.
Like
And they
I
gave us
should have
the
said,
but yeah, now that
what kind of drinks did you get?
I just got a couple beers.
What did you have, Mike?
Coke.
Coke?
Yeah.
Coke at that bar?
You could get whatever you wanted
Hmm.
You didn't drink any alcohol?
with a splash of whiskey.
What kind of whiskey?
I don't know. I
Was
wasn't
it a
paying
Kentucky?
attention.
Is that the same as having a Kentucky bourbon?
Could have been that. Yeah.
Um,
Was there cigars there?
Didn't
no.
see any.
Hmm. I don't know if I could have attended then.
I'm sure they have cigars in Kentucky.
Oh, everywhere has cigars.
Yeah.
There's a whole culture. Anyways, go ahead, Chad. We got way off topic here.
So no, it's fine. So I mean, now that the price for the completed job went down, maybe so did my warranty. I don't know. Not that we should have to come back for anything. But
Do you think these people got the email and they're just fucking lying?
maybe. What am I gonna do about it now, though? It's the same problem you had. Either fix the cuts or make a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
stink about it, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So where are you gonna put your energy? Into the next one, hopefully.
I probably would have done what you done and walked it back.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's no good for anybody fighting over a couple $1,000. Um,
I like
it,
do you have $2,000 problems in your life?
no, a $2,000 problem is something I have shed in business, let's say 10 years ago,
Yeah.
right?
That's so you're better to just walk it back, get paid and move on.
Yeah.
If it doesn't hit your threshold of a problem, then you're better to focus on the next thing.
That's all you can do. You drive yourself crazy. Um, have you guys
Yes.
ever had issues with completion dates? Well, so we don't give completion dates in residential jobs.
That's a good idea.
Um, but I will say I try to never, ever, ever start a job and then leave a job.
Hmm.
Like, I don't care if things progress slowly, as long as there are people there working every day. And I don't mean one guy just to show face, like guys working every day.
Yeah. I
right?
agree.
Um, but in talking with the client, they said, well, you didn't give us a completion date, but I feel like things were moving slowly for a while you were gone. And it just, they said the guys were taking a lot of breaks and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, well, they're middle-aged men, they're almost 40. It's not an easy job, heavy lifting. And then she's like, well, they were spending a lot of time at the truck and all this stuff. I said, well, good help is hard to find. They do phenomenal work, all this stuff. So it was like making excuses, not excuses, but giving reasoning for why things would
Why
take.
does she care?
Well, because the neighbor down the road wanted to get their driveway paved, and they weren't getting that until both jobs were done so that the pavers could come in and do them in one shot.
Oh, okay. All
Is
right.
this that wall client?
There was a wall involved, but
Oh, okay, not
not
the
sure.
same one that.
Uh, but as I'm driving away, I'm thinking, well, no shit, things were moving slowly. We were building a 60, 70-foot mini Creta wall along the entire side of the house, and the glue had to set up before they could backfill every course and geogrid every third course or whatever. And this wall is maybe 2.5, 3 feet high.
Mhm.
I'm like, I can't fault the guys for giving the glue a couple half an hour to set up so they don't blow out the wall. The thing is fucking straight as an arrow for 70 feet. Like if you're gonna come at me about how slow the job is going, pound salt, whatever it is. Like the job got done and it looks great. It's not like it's your kitchen reno, right?
Yeah.
I don't, maybe I'm just so sick of the whole thing.
You don't tell your clients like it's going to take about this much time to complete, or they don't ask?
Well, I said you're probably in the realm of 2 weeks or something, right?
Right. Okay.
But then the problem is you get a rain day and then the next day is sunny out and then they forget that the day before that was a rain day,
Hmm.
right? Like they're so quick to forget everything that doesn't put the job in their favor. So I just stopped telling them.
Yeah.
Like it takes, and so they were going off once about, oh, well, if the guys are taking longer breaks, then that means it's more expensive for us. And I'm thinking, how does that in any, like, this isn't a T&M job. You have a quote, right? Well, we're paying more because they're taking longer time. Or you had to price more time. Like, you're paying, I'm losing money, not you guys. You already agreed to the price. And just,
Who are these people?
these are fucking residential clients. Not as
Like,
uncommon as you might
what
think.
are they like fucking actuaries or something? Like, holy fuck!
What's an
Like,
actuary? I don't know what an actuary.
someone's figuring out that they're fucking that your your price is expanded because you employ incompetent people. Like that's essentially what they're saying. They're saying that, if you employed better people and it ran a tighter ship, our price could have been 9 grand instead of 10 grand. There was $1,000 worth of standing around the truck.
What does it
And
matter? They walked back the price for fucking thousands of dollars
yeah, well,
on
that's
the end of the job? Like,
so on top of this, these are the people that walk back the
yeah,
price.
yeah, oh, yeah, yeah.
When you walked it back, were they like, that's acceptable, even though we didn't get, because to me, that's the line in the sand. We never got an email, we never agreed, so we're not paying. But they're saying we'll pay you, but we just want to pay less.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I have, I don't have $2,000, $4,000, $5,000 problems. I have $50,000 problems. And I have to be other places, so let's get on with it.
Why did you take this job?
Why did I do anything for money? I don't do it because I love doing it, that's for sure. Well, I
You
do
don't
love
love
doing
owning
it.
you don't love owning a landscaping company?
I do love owning a landscape company.
I don't.
I adore it. It's fucking great,
I don't like
usually.
it.
I like to solve people's problems and be the guy you can count on. NDL take care of it.
I
Is
don't
it
want
the
to be the guy you
tagline?
can't.
What's that?
Is that the tagline? NDL will take care of it.
No, but it's great if you
You
think
should
about that.
start. You should start putting that on your thing.
Yeah.
It's like where it says "We are the solution." I always post "We are the." You should post "NDL take care of it"
You think that's
every
good?
day.
I don't think it's got the umph. I've been trying to think of a tagline for years.
You could steal mine. We are the solution.
That would be good.
I'm okay with that. I could think of a new one.
Uh,
Like, don't fucking call me. You're a pain in the ass.
we used to have those shirts that said "Good enough for the girls I go with" on the back of them,
Oh yeah.
Yes.
but I doubt we'd put that on the back of the trucks or something.
Mm.
Just a t-shirt thing.
We have a. I had a. Well, they haven't. They haven't. So one of the project managers that we do work for at one of the home builders that we haul dirt for recommended me to some other person that he knows, and the guy called me and was like, "I need these loads of gravel, a couple loads of gravel. I need two. Can you do it today?" And in all these people's worlds, it's like Uber, right? So actually I looked. Someone else canceled, so I said, "Yeah, Christy can do it. She can come over." The guy said, "Okay." I sent him a price. He sent me an email for invoicing. Christy picked up load of crush run, went over there. Uh, it's a big long driveway, and the guy's only got a tiny little tractor. So Christy said, "Oh, do you want me to put the chains on and do a spread?" Right? The guy
Mm,
said, "Well, you." The guy. So then the guy says, "Oh, you can do that?" And Christy said, "Yeah, I can, but if you get more gravel, not all the drivers can do this, and not all the drivers are good at it. Like I've just done it a lot. I have a lot of my client base is people I do spreads for, so like I'm I'm good at it, but not everyone. I can be." She's like, anyway, she does 3 loads for this guy. She spread it 2 inches thick the whole driveway, so he didn't have to fuck around with his little tractor. Then he called me at the end of the day. He said, "I need a fourth load." I said, "Okay, cool." So Christy was booked, so I sent Andrew with the fourth load. But Andrew has never spread gravel in his life. He does the float moves. Like that's all he does is float moves. I mean, he does haul dirt when he's not busy doing float moves, but I would say that 70 to 80% of his time is float moves. So the guy said, "Oh," so Andrew backed up to dump the gravel in a pile because the guy's like, "Oh, you got to do a spread." And he was like, okay." So he doesn't even like he didn't know how thick to set the chains and to get the right spread. And it's not as easy as everyone thinks.
Oh,
So
sure as shit, that is not an easy thing to do. It's a
this,
fucking terrifying thing to do as well. Like that's not
yeah,
for,
especially when you haven't done it.
yeah.
So I posted a video of Glenn spreading some asphalt and I got a bunch of hate DMs. That guy sucked at that. I'm like, it's fucking dirty asphalt regrind with big chunks in it. It jams in the tailgate. It doesn't like
Yeah.
everything spreads differently, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, Andrew puts chains on, doesn't move the truck fast enough. Box isn't going up. It ends up all in piles. And then the guy starts fucking screaming at him and then says, "I'm not paying my fucking bill. Fuck this. This is bullshit." Meanwhile, he really had at the start of the day had just ordered loads of gravel to get dumped in a pile. It was Christy that offered to spread it for him on the first load. Like he didn't ask her to do it.
Yeah.
So and now the guy hasn't paid the bill.
Lean the house.
So it's like the bill's like just under 3K. And I was like, you know what? It's because it's not he's working there for the homeowner. So I'm gonna go there if he hasn't paid tomorrow. I'm gonna go bang on the door and say, "Hey, like, listen, I put gravel here. I haven't been paid. Just so you know, I'm gonna lien your property.
Yeah.
Just giving you a heads up."
Fury got into him.
So whoever this guy is that's working here for you, Steve, fucking like, I'm gonna lien your house just for fun. I don't even care if it costs more than 3 grand. Because like Chad said, I don't really have $3,000 problems. I might leave because this is like some big mansion. I might lean this house just for the fun of leaning the house.
Yeah, because you can.
Because you can. I can do it. I can make a phone call, lean the fucking house. Like, maybe I'll just lean this house for something to do. My lawsuit looks like it might be ending, so I'll be out of lawsuits. So I need to start some new fucking legal proceedings.
But that's what you get if this mansion owner hired some little chuck in a truck to do a little bit of work. That's nobody's fault but the mansion owner. If you're hiring shady
Yes.
people doing shady stuff, then you can feel the consequences. I will never make my problems my client's problems.
Yes. That's why you're busy.
That's what they say.
That day, it's been a rough couple. So first that happened. That was like the first thing that happened that day to Andrew. I was fucking screaming at him for not his fault. And then the next thing he went to was a pool dig. And I called a guy I know with fill sites. I was like, hey, I'm digging this pool. It's clean excavation right out of the ground pool, probably sandy clay. Do you have a spot for it? He goes, yeah, I need that stuff. Bring it here. Okay, cool. So Andrew went to this like weird place off the beaten trail, down some road where the trees are collapsing in on the truck, backed in, dumped the fill, and then that guy went crazy. They told me this would be pure screened like topsoil. And he was like, it's from a pool excavation. They fucking think it's gonna be. Like, anyways, that happened to him. And then today
Wait.
he's
Somebody told this guy he was getting screen fill.
yeah,
He
like
brought him
screened
rocky
topsoil or
pool
something.
excavation.
He brought him the bottom of a pool excavation because that's what I never lie about what's in the trucks because there's no point in it. Like it's going to come out of the truck and someone's going to see it. So if we're hauling crap like rocks and sticks and someone calls me for loads, I'll be like, yeah, I can bring you loads, but it's literally rocks and sticks. Do you want that? Some people say, yeah, I need a bunch of rocks and sticks. It's good for road building. I don't know.
Oh fuck. I got 50 tons of tailings that came off
That's
the
what,
screening. Like just
yeah,
shit. Like what the
yeah.
fuck do you do with this? Like
You call me. That's what everyone in Durham does.
I could
I
tell him,
find
hey,
out.
this is I got some screened stuff here. It's the stuff that stays in the screener. That goes through it.
So today, uh, we have like a client we move wood for, or it's composite decking or some kind of I don't know what it is. Anyways, it's boards, and he called me and said, "Can you guys do this move to Grimsby to move these skids of wood?" I said, "But you have to take a skid steer with you because you need to unload the wood on the other end."
Hmm.
I said, "Yeah, okay. Well, how long's the wood?" And he said, "They're all 12-foot boards." I said, "Oh, if it's 12-foot skids and we can double stack them, then yeah, we'll put it on the front. We'll put the skid steer on the back. We'll drive. Grimsby is like 2 hours from us, right? We'll drive it to Grimsby for you. No problem." So then Andrew goes up there. This first, Andrew hasn't had a great couple days. First, he read the dispatch wrong, and he showed up at the yard at 6 a.m. when I said you don't need to be at the yard till 8. So he's there. I'm like, he's got the truck started, lights are flashing, he's doing a circle check. I'm like, he's always the first person. What are you doing, man? He's like, well, I'm getting ready to go. I said, but you can't even pick up the wood shit till 8:39, and it's 6 minutes up the road. He's like, fuck. I'm like, sorry, man. Anyways, he goes up there, he calls me, hey man, some of these boards are 20 fucking feet long. I go, oh, that's not good. He goes, yeah. He's like, I can get the skid steer on, but I need to put the forks under the skids and then strap them into the skids. And I need to dump the bucket of the skid steer into the back of the truck. I said, well, I guess you got to do what you got to do. He's like, yeah, fucking great. I said, okay. So then he drives to Grimsby, and that's the next one. Calls me and goes, hey, man. Because when someone says you're going to Grimsby, you feel like you're going to a wide open place, right? Like lots are a fair size, driveways, like to me, Grimsby is like kind of like the country.
Because
It's
you've been
not.
there or because
No, it's just what was in my brain.
sounds like
It's Andrew ended up in like downtown Grimsby by the lake or something with the boards are 20 feet wide. The roads there are thin and there's cars parked on both sides. So he's got the skid of this fake wood and he's driving over top of the cars to get into the house.
oh.
He calls me, he's like, "This is fucked, man. This is super fucked." I'm like, "Well, you're in Grimsby, bro. I don't know what to tell you." I guess you better. And on top of that, it's pissing rain on him, like
Oh,
pouring rain. Then he had to leave there, go to Hawkins Yard and pick up a sea can. So he had to unchain the machine to get the sea can on because just the way. So he unchains the machine, puts sea can, gets back to our yard. Now he's got to take the machine off. I was fucking around or reorganizing the sea can. So I was just doing some of that today. And I look out and he's unhooking the truck from the fucking trailer. And I'm like, what is he doing? I'm like, oh shit, the bucket's still in the back of the truck. So he's unhooked the trailer, dumped the bucket out, hooked the truck back up, put the skid steer away. I will say this: he never once got pissed. He just was like, whatever, man. This is what I got to do today. He's the fucking best. He's the best. Because I was like, man, I own this company. If I had gone through this today, I would have fucking lit.
how long have you had Andrew?
He is Paisley's mom's brother, so he's worked on and off with me since he was 13,
Wow.
and he's 40, and I'm 30, 52. So yeah, I think I'm 12 or 13 years older than him.
Wow.
But he's worked with me forever. He's been at Paver King for probably over a year now. He did a whole bunch of different things. He used to drive cement truck, and they used to chain his truck to the like a D10 dozer and lower it into the bottom of the condos
Mhm.
to build the parking garages and stuff. He's done all kinds of crazy stuff. So he's very low key though. He's just sort of like, whatever. It'll all work out. It'll all be okay. Oh my god, man. Hasn't had the best couple days, but he is a great driver. And he does like the float driver for us always ends up with all kinds of weird shit going on. Because people call us to move weird shit because other people won't move it. Like
Mhm.
so he had like a pile of well, he went somewhere in the summer to move a bunch of snow equipment, but it had been sitting for like 4 months, 5 months. So all the batteries were dead. It was all fucked up. The
Oh.
plows were smashed and wouldn't open. They were fucking hanging off the trailer. He was on the DVP coming out of like these tiny places. Oh, God.
Is he responsible for getting all that stuff started and loaded?
Yeah.
That's a
There
fuck.
was a guy. There
Like,
was a guy there. Floating equipment is a fuck around.
yeah, but what do you do when the equipment won't start and you're there to float it? Are you billing the client extra time?
Yeah, yeah. We
Okay.
built most of the float moves are all out. I very rarely do float moves for
Okay.
like a flat fee. So, like, say, like our biggest float move client, they like more specifically in the winter, they have like a really expensive booster pack they bought Andrew.
Hmm.
Well, actually, they bought it for Darian, and Andrew inherited it after Dawn. But it's like so. Andrew will boost their equipment to get it going, or
Hmm.
Darian used to boost their equipment to get it going. It
Hmm.
Shout out to Darian too. He joined the army and he got through his basic training and he's going. So he's gonna
Wow.
drive for them. Yeah,
One of,
he's gonna drive for them. So shout out to him. Good for him.
Nice
Proud
work,
of him.
Darren.
one of my
Yeah.
ex-employees called me today, left me a message. They said they were getting into the army and they used me as a reference. So,
Brandini.
no. What's he gonna do? Sell drugs in the army?
Someone's probably selling drugs in the army.
Yeah, not this guy.
That's why they got the MPs.
The who?
Military police.
Oh.
That's what Paisley wants to do.
Do you have to be military before you're military police?
I don't know how it works. She really wants to be. She really wants to be in the military. So
Really?
that's what. Yeah, that's why she wanted to just go straight to the military.
Hmm.
But then I said to her, and she like, you spent all this time. You should. She applied to the military college a pile of times, hoping that like getting on the soccer team would help her get into the school because it's really hard to get in. And
Oh.
I think her average was only like 92 or 93, and it's not high enough to get into the military college. So she was hoping that maybe the soccer could help boost her in, but it didn't help her. So she's just going to join after she's done school. But who knows? That's 3 years from now. So a lot can change in 3 years when you're 17. 17 or 20. Well, she'll be 18 in December, right? So
She's like me,
yeah.
younger than everybody in her class all the time.
She what?
She's like me, younger than everyone in her class
Yes.
all the time.
Well, when was your birthday? When's your birthday?
September, same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was the youngest in the class the whole way through.
Hers was is the 18th. So, anyways, all right. Are you guys good?
Yep.
That's all right, yeah.
I ran down HNA long enough.
Still
So
think you should have went.
I got voted out. I got voted down though. Really, when you think about it, there's 2 votes for HNA and 1 vote against. So
That means you're coming next year.
This podcast approves HNA. Well, at the rate I'm going with not booking any work, I'll be bankrupt. So I can just come.
You said that up until the last minute this time too. So
What?
that you had no work. It would be no problem to go. Next time, we'll get to
Yeah.
it next time.
Well, I did say that. That's true.
I'll treat you to the best ribs I ever had.
Were they the best ribs you ever had?
Yeah. I think they were misleading a little bit. They said they were lamb ribs, but I don't think lamb are big enough to get ribs off of. So I think they were more like mutton. But whatever they were, it could have been cat ribs for all I care. They were fucking phenomenal, man. I cannot say
Are you
bad.
gonna go back there next year?
I would make it a point to go there on more than one
You-
occasion if I can.
What did you eat there, Mike?
I had a burger of some sort.
Duck,
Was it
dude.
the best?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. No, it was really good.
A duck burger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did PK freeze
You ate a
again?
duck burger? What's a duck? Yeah, I froze. What's a duck burger?
It's exactly that. And duck fried
Yeah, we had
fries.
duck fat fries. Yeah,
Yeah.
very good.
What do they do? Grind up a duck?
Yeah. Well, I mean, for the burger, likely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could grind a duck.
I mean, you can get ground chicken. Of course, you can get ground duck.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah. I just never thought about grinding a duck before.
You should try it. It was good.
Was it? Huh. Well, let's end on that note. All good. Get the duck burger and the lamb ribs. That's the end of the podcast.
Thank you for watching. Ooh. Yeah, those people run the world. They're so impressive. What a bunch of freaks.